In 1998, Larry Page and Sergey Brin approached Yahoo to sell their startup for $1 million. Yahoo refused their offer. The small startup was Google. Just 4 years later, in 2002, Yahoo got the luckiest second chance. They were offered to buy Google once again, this time for $5 billion. They declined. But these are just two of many catastrophic failures that led to the downfall of Yahoo and lost them potentially hundreds of billions of dollars.
Welcome to Bold Move TV.
The early days of the internet were characterized by a sense of excitement and possibility, and Yahoo was the forefront of this movement. The company's search engine was one of the first to provide users with a user-friendly and simple way to navigate the vast and often confusing landscape of the internet. Yahoo's success was due in part to its ability to provide users with the information they were looking for, but also its ability to create a sense of community and connection amongst other users. Yahoo launched its search engine in 1994 and quickly becoming a household name. At that time, there were only 2 million computers connected to the internet and only 10,000 websites compared to 45 billion websites today. As the internet grew, so did Yahoo. The company expanded its services to include email, news, finance, and entertainment, becoming a one-stop destination for many internet users. In addition, Yahoo's acquisition of popular websites such as Flickr and Tumblr helped to further solidify its position as a major player in the online world. At its peak, Yahoo was one of the most visited websites on the internet and worth $125 billion, making it one of the most valuable companies in the world. However, Yahoo's success was not to last. The rise of Google as a search engine and the advent of social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter dealt a blow to Yahoo's dominance. In addition, the company's failure to adapt to the increasing popularity of mobile devices and the shift towards a more personalized user experience, and most importantly, their history of the worst business decisions led to their downfall. Here are some of the craziest ones. Yahoo refused to buy Google. In 1998, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the founders of Google, approached Yahoo to sell Google for $1 million. Yahoo refused the offer, and that was a big mistake. Google grew rapidly shortly after and became very successful, mostly because of the founders Sergey Brin and Larry Page. Had Yahoo bought it, Google probably would not have been what it is now. What makes Yahoo's mistakes so interesting is that they made many of them, not learning from them. Still, not seeing the value of search, Yahoo signed a deal in the year 2000 to pay Google $7 million to license their search technology. Remember, just 3 years before this, they missed a chance to buy the whole Google for just $1 million. This was a genius deal for Google, as the infusion of cash helped fuel Google's early growth, and most importantly, delayed Yahoo building a credible, competing search engine. Yahoo instead invested tens of millions of dollars on building its online media business. At the time, Yahoo wanted to keep people on its site as long as possible, rather than helping them bounce out to other sites. As a result, Yahoo failed to devote enough engineering resources to building a credible alternative to Google in search. In just 2 short years in 2002, Google was much more valuable. Now, Yahoo CEO Terry Semel must have realized the true potential of Google. It still wasn't too late. Yahoo approached Larry and Sergey to buy Google again. Yahoo wanted to buy it for $3 billion, but Google wanted $5 billion. But Yahoo refused their counteroffer again. This was obviously a huge mistake, monumental mistake. On January 16, 2020, Google's parent company, Alphabet, became the 4th biggest tech company to be worth $1 trillion. Yahoo never got a chance to buy Google again. It surely can't get worse than this, right? Just wait. Yahoo continued to make one crazy mistake after another, and their ability to miss opportunities is absolutely mind-boggling. .com Euphoria. Yahoo made 2 enormous acquisitions in 1999, spending $3.6 billion for GeoCities and $5.7 billion for Broadcast.com. Remember, This is literally just 1 year after they refused to buy Google for a measly $1 million. GeoCities was once a very popular web hosting, marked by its once generous allotment of 15 megabytes and the free price. It was at one point the third most browsed site on the internet. Because the site was free and marketed primarily to first-time or relatively new internet users, the quality of websites on GeoCities became a persistent, often referred to joke. The amateurish layout, use of animated GIFs, and prone-to personal websites dominated the standard GeoCities pages, and were often abandoned by their owners for good soon after finding better approaches to telling their stories or showing off their data. It therefore comes as no surprise that in April 2009, Yahoo announced they would be closing GeoCities later this year. In July 2009, Yahoo announced the firm date of October 26, 2009 for closing of GeoCities. The Broadcast.com deal later came to typify bad decision-making. The company had just 560,000 monthly active users and had lost $16.4 million the previous year on $22 million in sales. Yahoo later also closed it. Light of hope? In 2005, Yahoo founder Jerry Yang pushed the company to spend $1 billion to buy up 40% of Alibaba.com, a rapidly growing Amazon competitor in China that was virtually unknown in Silicon Valley. Yang's decision is widely considered to be one of Silicon Valley's most successful investments, as it netted the investors around $40 billion. But it wouldn't be Yahoo if even this didn't have a catch. Yahoo infamously sold half of its stake back to Alibaba in 2012 through a deal that valued the shares at $13. Just 2 years later, Alibaba went public in a record-breaking US IPO. Shares were $68 at the bell.
Leslie, a big smile on your face. Must be fun to be down there.
What a historic day, Eric. I mean, you saw the cheering behind me. There are hordes of crowds just wooing all day. That was the biggest woo I'd seen. Maybe even bigger than when they rang the opening bell. I don't think anyone expected that $93 open right there.
Today, they are worth around $110, and at its peak in 2020, they were worth more than $300. So Yahoo missed out once again on an even greater fortune, up to $400 billion to be exact. Yahoo refused to buy Facebook. Yes, seriously. As Samel neared the end of his tenure as Yahoo CEO, Yahoo tried to acquire Facebook in July 2006 for $1.1 billion. Mark Zuckerberg agreed to the deal and they were ready to be acquired. But wait, Facebook isn't owned by Yahoo, right? That's because Yahoo CEO Terry Semel made a last-minute decision and changed his offer to $800 million. Mark Zuckerberg refused the deal and Yahoo never got Facebook. This was, and probably will be for the long time, one of the most famous mistakes made by any tech company.
One of the hardest parts for me was actually when Yahoo offered to buy the company for a lot of money. Because up until that point, that was the turning point in the company.
Again, had Yahoo acquired Facebook, it was unlikely it would be what it is today. But what if they were able to do it? That is the question that will never be answered. Failed Microsoft deal. In 2008, Microsoft made an unsolicited offer to purchase Yahoo for $44.6 billion. Yang, who had taken over as Yahoo's third CEO, rejected the offer, saying it substantially undervalued the company. Microsoft wanted to create a synergy with Yahoo to compete with Google, a rising player in the tech business. Microsoft tried multiple times, but Yahoo kept rejecting the offer and the deal never happened. In hindsight, Microsoft would thank Yahoo for this rejection, since that acquisition probably would have been a huge mistake. Final years. Before finally being sold to Verizon, Yahoo managed to make one more blunder that was worth mentioning. Sorry, two more blunders, and those are two separate data breaches in 2013 and 2014. In the first, hackers stole data from more than 1 billion users. In the second, hackers stole data from 500 million users. Yahoo did not publicly reveal the hacks until 2016, and the 2013 hack is regarded as the largest data breach in online history. Finally, in 2016, Verizon offered to buy Yahoo for $4.8 billion. Amid negotiations, Yahoo disclosed its major data breaches, in prompting Verizon to ultimately chopped $350 million off the purchase price. This offer was finally accepted, but shareholders definitely were not happy that Yahoo wasn't sold for 10 times more to Microsoft just a few years ago. This ultimately ended a saga of Yahoo's bad business decisions. Going forward, Yahoo and Verizon-owned AOL Inc. would be combined into a new company led by AOL Chief Executive Officer Tim Armstrong. Yahoo Today. In recent years, Yahoo has struggled to maintain its relevance in the face of increasing competition. The company has undergone a series of changes in leadership and strategy, but has yet to regain its position as a major player in the online world. Despite this, Yahoo continues to operate and has a dedicated user base, but it remains to be seen whether the company can once again rise to prominence in the rapidly changing world of the internet. Why did all this happen? From the beginning, Yahoo as a whole lacked a clear vision regarding the overall purpose of the company. They were not a search company, nor a tech company, but functioned primarily as a media company that considered programming to be a necessary commodity to translate production work into code, coupled with a string of poor leaders lacking vision for the future. Yahoo's ultimate demise was foreseen years beforehand by some former employees. Do you think the internet as we know it would be different if Yahoo had different leadership and didn't make all these mistakes? Would we Yahoo information instead of Google it? These are the questions that will never be answered. What do you think? Let's discuss in the comments. Have a nice day, and we'll see you soon.